I'm Joel,
I'm Sam.
And I'm Tyler.
and we're going to talk to you about popular musicians inspired by jazz today in this presentation. Learning objectives we came up with were to name popular musicians who cite jazz as an influence, identify which jazz artists served as a muse to these musicians and which era this modern artist performed in, and we're going to summarize why these artists were chosen, and we're also going to identify specific jazz experiences of these musicians and what that may have entailed.
First, we're going to go over a few rappers that were inspired by jazz. The first rapper is Run DMC. They're a music group from Queens, New York. They were active from 1981 to 2002, and they were on the labels Profile, Arista, and BMG. The members are Joseph Run Simmons, who is the lead member of the group, Jason Jam Master J Mizzle, and Daryl DMC Daniels. An example of jazz in their song is in the song Peter Piper, and the link will be listed below this video. Bob James was the jazz musician who influenced Run DMC. He's from Marshall, Missouri, and he performed from 1962, and he's still performing today. He was on many labels, including CTI, Columbia, Warner Brothers, and Red Disc. He plays the piano, keyboards, and synthesizers. He also performed during the smooth jazz era. The beat from Take Me to the Mardi Gras was sampled by Run DMC in their song Peter Piper. Next is a musician who is popular today, and his name's Mac Miller. His real name is Malcolm McCormick. He's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He became a famous rapper in 2007, and he still is today. He is on Warner Brothers, Rostrum, and Remember Records. He released You, which was a jazz EP, in 2012 under the alias Larry Lovestein and the Velvet Revival. He was influenced by creativity and jazz rap of A Tribe Called Quest. A Tribe Called Quest was Mac Miller's influence. They were a music group from Queens, New York. The members are Q-Tip, Phife Dawg, Ali Shaheed Muhammad. They are active in 3 phases from 1985 to 1998, then 2006 to 13, and then the years 2015, and they just came back in 2016. Their label is Jive Records. Jazz rap is a combination of rap beats and repetitive phrases of jazz instrumentation. Lyrics are often based on political consciousness, which you can hear in a lot of Mac Miller's music and also in A Tribe Called Quest's music. Mac Miller released 5 Foot Assassin in tribute to Phife Dawg's death, and the link will be in the description below.
Next, we'll talk about famous rock groups that have been influenced by jazz music. First one we'll talk about is the Grateful Dead, and their founding members are Jerry Garcia, Bob Weir, Ron McKieran, Phil Lesh, and Bill Kreutzmann. They were founded in Palo Alto, California in 1965, and they were active from 1965 until 1995. And they credit folk, bluegrass, blues, and improvisational jazz. And their songs Eyes of the World and Terrapin Station are 2 of their famous songs that you can hear their jazz influence. And they credit Miles Davis as one of their main influences. And Miles Davis is one of their true influences because they were playing a concert and they saw Miles Davis perform before them, and they were so overwhelmed about how well he did, and they didn't think that they could follow him. But Miles Davis got his start as a trumpeter and composer, and he's performed from 1944 to 1975, and then came back from 1980 to 1981. The next band we're going to talk about is Fish, and their founding members are Trey Ostianato, Mike Gordon, John Fishman, and Paige McConnell. They were founded in Burlington, Vermont in 1983. And they also credit folk, jazz, and bluegrass music. And their songs You Enjoy Myself and Guy Ute were both heavily influenced by jazz music. And one person they credit as their influence is Frank Zappa. And Zappa is known for his guitar playing in jazz fusion from 1955 to 1993. And Fish claims that they are classical music in a rock setting, which is similar to Zappa. And Fish also covered popular Frank Zappa song Peaches in Regalia.
So in summary, we just gave you guys a couple of rap musicians and rock groups who cited jazz as influences in their careers. We identified which jazz artists or artists that served as these muses, and also which era that both of these artists performed in. And we identified a couple of jazz experiences that these musicians had and what those entailed. Thank you.